Okay, let me just close those doors, otherwise it might be noisy. Don't worry, it's all legal. Okay, good evening. How's everybody? You guys well? Good. Thank you very much for coming and thank you for your time. Really appreciate it. Okay, so where we've been going with comp, all the rest of it, I've shared with somebody last night as well. I'm learning. Okay, I'm learning. This is all training athletes is all new to me as well, and I regard you guys as athletes because we want to step into a platform where we're competing, right? So as athletes, it's new to me as well. The skill levels, trying to help everybody where they are at, and not just have a level of high skill, but trying to get everybody to a place where they are achieving the goals that they want to set before them. Okay, so bear with me. I have a plan. I really have been thinking about it for the past 2-3 weeks. It's been spinning in my brain. Halfway up Summit Kilimanjaro, I turned around to my wife and said, you know what's a good idea? It's a good idea if we do this, this and this. And she said, can you just please, I'm trying to get up the so my mind has been here, my mind is trying to fix up everything, not just for this, but for the classes, also how we want to program and go ahead with this whole thing. Alright, so first things first, it's an open forum. This is an open forum, okay? If you have any grievances, you have any issues, you have anything you want to say it tonight. And it's open, I can take it, honestly. I'm tough enough, I can take it. And criticism is good to a point, alright, but feedback is better. So we can make this whole thing work. We want to do well. By the way, congratulations to everybody here. We were 72nd in England as a box. The next person closest to us in Kent was at 105. So it shows you we are performance-wise, we are the best box in Kent. Okay, but it's all thanks to all of you. So well done and thank you very much. All right. Anything anybody wants to say in the get-go? We'll start off. All right. How we want to run this meeting? At any time, stop me. If you want to talk to me about something or you're not understanding something, talk to me. So we're all on the same page going forward. We are planning now for next October. Okay, that's the plan. That's my goal anyways as a coach, is to get everybody to a place where we do really well in the open. Along the way there might be some markers that you want to do yourself, competitions you want to join, stuff like that, and that's cool. But where we are going is the open next year. We want to peak for that open. Okay? Yeah? Are you cool with that? Everybody? Yep, yeah. Okay, very nice. Alright, so the way we're going to run this meeting is I'm just going to go through these things. You guys are all professionals. I don't have to talk to you too much about goal setting and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you know all about those things. And if you don't, I'm pretty sure Sarah can also run us through some goal setting spreadsheets and stuff like that. So we'll be alright. But just quickly on the goals, I want to talk to you about those things. Then we're going to talk about a plan. Things to think about. When you go away here tonight, you have to set up your own goals. I'm not going to give you goals. You have to set up your own goals because what is realistic to you is not realistic to me, and so on and so on. And I have certain goals in my mind for next October, and you might have the same, or along the year. Then we have mini goals. Mini goals is your general clean and jerk, your squat, your back squat, and then we want to put a timeline on all those things. It's very important to have a timeline. It needs a beginning and it needs an end. Because you have to hit certain things at certain times, okay? And hopefully with the timeline I give you for our training throughout the year, you'll be able to pinpoint where you want to start hitting these markers. Okay, are we cool with that? You understand what I'm saying? So, I'll explain it further, but it's going to be on a 3-month basis. The training is going to be on a 3-month basis going forward. Alright, so, sorry, I'm just a bit clogged. Main goal is the open, okay? But you need to have your own main goal. I'll share with you my goal. My goal next year is to qualify for the CrossFit Games for the 40 and above. Alright, so that's a big chunk to eat, but that's really what I want to do, and I want to really commit myself to next year to my own training, not in comp time, but on my own time, to get to that goal. So that's my goal for next year. You might have a different goal. So whatever your goal is, yes sir?
You just say training in comp time, and obviously that, what I'll be honest, was a bugbear of mine.
Yes.
When you started off, you were coaching,
Yep.
and then obviously you got doing other stuff, and then the coaches weren't coaching, they were in doing whatever they were doing.
Yep.
So when you're saying not in comp time, but
Yep.
are you going to be coaching on a Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, or is it going to be you on Tuesday and somebody else on a Thursday night and somebody else on a Saturday morning, just so we know where we are?
No, that's cool. I've got there's two ways with that thing. Number one is I'm going to coach on a Tuesday night. That'll always be me. I'm training in the mornings, so it'll probably just be Dean, myself, and whoever else wants to come in the morning. But I will be training in those sessions because I want to kind of set them up for the Tuesday. I want to make sure that the sessions that we do on Tuesday are quality and that they can be done in the time frame that we want them to be done and that they are hitting the goals. So I'll be the guinea pig if you want. Okay, so that's going to happen on a Monday morning. That's going to happen on a Wednesday morning before the Thursdays. So that's when I train. I will be coaching on a Tuesday as much as I possibly can. Illness, other commitments. Other than that, I'll be here coaching. Like tonight's a Tuesday night, so I'll be here. For me, it's important that I coach, okay, and that I coach you guys, but that I coach the whole box. I also want you just to understand, as much as I love the comp people, you guys don't make up the majority of the box. All right, we have another gym down the road, and I have to spend time there as well. So my time is, especially on a Tuesday, is here. It's committed here, and as much as I can, I'll be there either coaching on a Saturday or be there myself on a Saturday, training with you guys. On a Thursday, it's still in between myself or Lou. So if my wife is here, it's like I'm here. She's worse than me, much worse than me, and she's much more on skills and much more on technique and stuff like that. So it'll be either my wife or myself. It'll be on Thursday, but Tuesdays, evening, come in. No, come in. Maybe just grab yourself a wall ball or a box just to sit on. Please don't worry. All right, does that answer anything?
Yeah.
No. And that is not rude or that it doesn't offend me at all. I want you to ask questions like that because I really and truly, I want you to understand one thing here is talk to me. I've seen and I've seen so many boxes and so many things fall apart because there's always a chirping and a chattering behind closed doors, but never to the owner, never to the coach, never in front of a person. So I really appreciate it when people come to me and speak to me personally. And maybe it's you're sitting here and you think, but that never happens. It does happen. I've seen it happen. Okay? And if you have an issue, come and talk to me. Please, I'd like to resolve the issue and make sure that we move forward as a community and not as 10 people there, 20 people here, 30 people here, and it clicks and the whole thing explodes. Okay? It's not going to work like that. Alright? So as much as I can, I want to meet you where I can. Alright?
I just had something following on from what you said about coaching, because sometimes, I don't know if you want me to go into specifics about names of coaches, but there are some coaches that do get involved in being coached by other people within the class rather than coaching themselves. So last week, for example, somebody was spending like 20 minutes being coached on something rather than them coaching us.
Coaching, okay.
And
give me an
as
example.
much as we can, I mean, I can give you specifics if you like.
No, not specific, just an example of, okay, so say it's a snatch and there's a person that's been involved in coaching one person and the rest of the class isn't getting attention.
No, it's more a case of the coach is not, the coach was being coached rather than the coach was coaching us.
Being coached by a member?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's something that's not cool. School is not cool. That's really not cool. That's not how it should be. And this is again, if we're talking about you guys are people that have been CrossFitting, most of you, for over 2 years, 3 years, and been with us and stuff like that. And this is where, you know, it's something I need to address to the coaches, definitely. And again, I said this last night as well. Just have grace on myself and have grace on the coaches as well. Alright, these guys are young. Magda, if you're talking about Magda and Faye, I know my wife won't be coached by anybody in this box. Whatever. But no, so if it's Magda or Faye, that's cool. But then this is where you need to phone them and be like, listen, I was in a session, I really don't think it's cool. You've been in CrossFit for many years, you've seen it all. And that's where I need the feedback, and as an owner, I need to be made aware of it.
And I think, just like what I think Faber is great. I think he's doing a really good job. And I think going on what you said just now about the communities, I've been to Bromley, I've been to Purley. Purley's falling apart right now. Everyone's leaving, going to Devil's Path. So I think what we're doing now is great because everyone wants to stay here because of the community, and
Yeah.
I think people are very loyal.
Yes, of course, and this is so. If you pick up stuff, phone. Really, I'm not gonna. What am I gonna do? Really, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna say this and I need to deal with it, because if it's not working, it's breaking down the gym, and it's breaking down the gym is good for nobody. All right, so all I need is a phone call. This now was in the session. This is what happened. I don't think it's cool.
So what are your goals?
I'll park it with you. And that's cool, and I'll deal with it. All right.
So Tuesday, Thursday will be coached.
Yes.
One by you, one by Lou, and then Saturday will be either coached or you.
Either will be coached either by Magda or Favor, but I myself or Lou will be in the classes. Either training with you guys or coaching you guys ourselves. I would love to train with you guys, but I've now realized it's a case of, to get everybody to a level, we need to coach, we need to train, we need to be watching and seeing what's happening in the classes, and that's a very important part of it. All right. And I think it's only fair to you guys, you're paying more money than the other members, that you get the coaching that you deserve. All right. Cool. Yes?
And I don't know if you're going to go through it maybe on the consistency, but so if we do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, should that be enough?
All right.
You're on the pick bit, yeah.
We're going to talk about that. All right. Okay, but that's a good question. It's a very good question, and it's something I really want to delve into.
For the older.
Yes. Most of us here are over 35, right? Okay,
Someone's running 45, is it more?
so I'm gonna run through this. So anything the floor's open. Is there anything else? Honestly, is there anything else anybody wants to add to that, or? Gracie, I see you itching, bro. Are you okay there? Do you want to say
No, I think you answered it, but just I guess the programming will be you doing it.
Yeah.
As opposed to one of the other coaches.
No, it's all me.
Not that that's an issue, but there's
No.
a few sessions in barbell that were a little bit
Dodgy.
hard, like
Yeah.
harder than normal. Hard.
Yeah. But that's again, and really, it's
You
not.
couldn't even do it.
Yeah, I mean,
You're a squat keeper.
yeah, but I really would appreciate a phone call. Really.
No, I mean, it was a one-off. Which is
No, but even if it's a one-off, it's for me as an owner, I can't be everywhere. And we have a vision of opening more gyms and stuff like that, and we're trying to get the first two right. So we're struggling just to get the first two right before we open another one. And if I get feedback from members, it's important to me. That's important to me. It's more important than a coach. Really, it is more important than a coach. Okay, so if anything like that comes up, flags up, you don't feel right about something, just phone me, please, anytime. Okay, so we're just going to talk about this. You probably all have been to life skills, all that stuff. Your work has probably got some other motivational speaker to talk about goals, all this wonderful, so you have it. Okay, if you don't have it, Google it, and if you really don't know, just phone me. I can also help you with those, and I can possibly give you realistic goals as well. All right. Your main goal. What is your main goal? And make sure it's a single thing. It's not a bunch of things. It's a single thing. So where do I want to place in the open? Do I want to go to the open? I just want to make the open. Whatever your goal is, settle it. All right, and make sure that you. And please don't say muscle up. Okay, please. I'm going to talk to you about muscle up now. Okay, mini goals. There's your muscle up, your mini goals, your lift, your watts, your gymnastics. This list is full of testing. In these tests, you're going to find mini goals. And it's very important that you take these mini goals and you decide, okay, I'm going to tick these things off as we go and as we go through the next year. Okay, and these are my mini goals. Maybe have a goal for each one of those things. It's important that you have those, and it's important that we put a timeline to it. Testing possibly gives you good ideas. Okay, so the testing, like I said, gives our good ideas. Timelines on all the goals. It must have a beginning and an end. Okay, if your goal does not have a beginning, which is now Saturday when we start, and it doesn't have an end, by the way, it's a 3K run Saturday. Now don't knock everybody, please. Don't stay away because there's a 3K run. Alright, Saturday morning, 3K run. Gracie, I know you'll be there. Alright? A 3K run Saturday morning, but you need to know what it is, because why? You'll see on the thing I said, the cardiovascular score will be all of the cardiovascular elements and a time frame. So it's not just going to be the 3K run, it's going to be a 1K row, your 2K row, your 1K ski erg, and you put them together, and that number is your score. Okay, so it's not just a one-off thing. The plan, how you want to achieve your goals. Now here we go with exactly what Suzanne said, age. Okay, this is something I'm really interested in because I'm not getting younger, unfortunately. So I'm really looking into a lot of different things. I'm looking into ice baths, I'm looking into oils, I'm looking into, there's loads of different things, rehabilitation, you've got your ROMWAs, you've got your machinery, you've got your recovery from masseurs, you've got all these things, and I'm trying to establish what works for me. And I want to urge you to go on the journey and figure out, as a over 35, 40-year-old athlete, what is going to work for you. Alright? If your testosterone is dropping through the, maybe you need to take a test to see where your testosterone level is as a man, and see what I need to do to get that higher. Because if you're going to feel fatigued and your diet is out the window and stuff like that, you're not going to be able to perform. Okay? Now on 3 sessions a week, if you're feeling broken on Thursday, please don't turn up yet. Okay, it's no point. If you're over 35, 40-year-old athlete and you're feeling knackered and you're tired and you get home and you come into a session for 2 hours and you go home and you expect to get gains from that, it's not going to happen. Alright, so you've got to manage, that's what I want to say with this, your consistency, but you've got to manage your body. Okay? There's nothing wrong with going into a CrossFit class, scaling everything right down, the reps, the sets, the weights, and just coming in and moving for an hour. There's nothing wrong with that. It's possibly going to be the better option for you. Are you with me? Do you understand what I'm saying with it? Yes?
Yes. I think there's definitely that angle of the question, but I think also we've seen issues where you kind of come into you go into the Tuesday class and you come into the Wednesday and it's the same exercise program today. So just in terms of how are you thinking about the programming of comp versus the other sessions on the other day? So if there's a pattern that makes most sense in terms of how you're thinking about programming, if you want to do more than the 3, or is it actually you are going to see some repeats because you're reflecting the same?
The repeats, okay, so this is now, it's very good you say this, but your barbell and your comp, these two line up. So if you're doing 100 pounds, you're doing an athlete, you're doing barbell, you're doing comp, these two marry. Okay? The thread that I have going through normal CrossFit classes, at the moment for the next 4 months, 5 months, there is a definite strength element, and there's a definite core element. May they sometimes cross over? Yeah, they possibly could sometimes cross over. I'm not perfect in that sense, and I definitely can't, minimal, just make sure, micromanage everything. But there will sometimes be a thread. If you did barbell, deadlift, it might turn up. I'm not sure, it could turn up. But barbell at the moment is a Sonny Webster program, and that's going to take us up to next year, February, March. All right, and it's only strength. It's only strength. You'll see there's 3 elements, and it's 5 reps, and it's 8 sets, and it's only strength. And that's kind of what you're looking for. The thread in the CrossFit classes, there'll be a core, there'll be a strength element, there'll be a WOD. Skill-based things filtered into it, okay? At least for the next 4 months.
Okay, so barbell and comp, think complementary, other things you may not be, just depending.
Yeah, I know in the mornings we beefed it up big time, we've got ROMWADs going, we've got all these things going, but we just don't have enough time in the evenings, okay? There's just not enough time. We still have CrossFit classes to run, so we can't just take things away and chuck ROMWADs. If you want, go and get yourself an app. There's a ROMWAD app, you can do it at home, but this is the stuff you have to manage on your own, okay? We're going to get to the program. I'm going to talk to you about that just now. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. All right? Just make sure that you're consistent. If you come in and you look tired and whatever else and just say, listen, Eddie, I just want to move tonight. I just want to get through some stuff. Then we just scale everything down. And please be okay with that. Please learn to be okay with that. Okay? If your shoulder is knackered, please learn that you need to fix your shoulder before you attempt wrecking it even more. You are only human beings, and I understand your mindset still in here. People that are here have the mindset that they're willing to push themselves into injury, and that's a sportsman. Okay, so you all are sports people, athletes, and you're willing to go there. But can I ask you, just for health-wise, work at 70%, and when we go into competition, you work at 100%. Most of these athletes, these CrossFit athletes, they all train at 70%, 65, 70%. They don't train at max effort every time. Do you guys know that? So why are we trying to kill ourselves here? Okay? We are here at diet. Okay? If you aren't drinking enough water and if your diet is up the creek, please don't expect to get great gains and then blame me. Okay? Okay, just say. If your diet is squeaky clean and you've got someone you're accountable for and you're doing everything you need to do on your side and it's not happening, come and see me. We need to sit down and reassess and how we can fix that. Okay? But this diet thing is key. I'm really my wife and I are really trying to hone those things in because we want to be better at training. But there's only one way to get better at training is if what you put in your mouth is coinciding. Okay? Do you understand? Yep, we're cool. Manage your body. Please learn to manage your body. All these is not in my realm. I cannot control these things for you. Okay? What I can control is this what we're going to go through now. I cannot control this for you either. This is your responsibility. And if you're not looking after yourself well enough, I can't read you like a book when you walk in here. If there's 15 of you and I'm coaching you, I cannot personally know what's going on with every single one of you. If your diet is shocking, you've had a hard day at work, you're stressed, the kids aren't sleeping, all this stuff, and then you come and train and expect a PB, it's not going to happen. Okay? So manage your body, manage your mind, manage everything really well, and then we can get the gains. Session, okay? The sessions are going to go as follows, and this is what we're going to talk about Saturday. I'll show you guys this. I've worked out a flow. So a flow is just moving your body in different angles, different directions, different modalities to make sure that you are ready for the workout. Okay, the flow is going to take 10, 15 minutes. We're going to do it. It's going to be the same flow for 3 months. So when you come in, we're going to do a quick board talk and then we're going to go straight into the flow. Okay, I'll show you that on Saturday. And that's just going to be the basic start off for the session. We're going to know what we're doing and everybody, still banter, please. We can't, we can't lose the bands, please. Otherwise this whole thing is going to fall apart. Ren's sitting here, he's like, oh my word, this thing's falling away, what's happening? Okay, and then we have setup. Setup will be Olympic lifting movements. It's stuff like up against the wall, just trying to make sure everything's activated, that your back is up against the wall. You're going to be doing a Y, a W, a T. It's Superman's, it's core work. That's a setup, and that setup is generally geared toward the workout. Okay? What we got then is 25 minutes of weaknesses. So throughout this time, throughout this testing over the next 2 months, you are going to realize I didn't know it, but I really suck at air squats. For 2-minute air squats, I'm really bad at it, and it's something I need to work on. Okay? Or on Thursday night, Errol is very kindly offered, we're going to go through your range of movement. We're going to go through all your weaknesses. Are your glutes actually activating? Is the top of the back doing anything? What's your core like? We're going to go through your body very briefly, okay, and give you a kind of a score. And in the score, you're going to realize what there are. My hamstrings, these things aren't firing at all. And it's something I need to work on. So for 25 minutes in every session, you're going to have an opportunity to work on weaknesses. Maybe your squat snatch is really bad. Doesn't mean we're going to come in and do a heavy squat snatch every time. It means we're going to cycle the barbell and make sure that our movement patterns are correct. The coach is going to come in, we're going to try and fix it up. You might be over here doing hip bridges, you might be over there doing a snatch with a barbell with somebody else, but we are just going to try and focus on weaknesses, alright? You might have to do accessory work on your shoulder, use that 25 minutes to get your shoulder stronger. Is that going to be for the whole year? No, it's not going to be for the whole year. So it's going to be a little bit boring up until March. But I want to make sure you guys are healthy, strong, and that we are going to do the rest of the year really well. Okay? So you've got your weaknesses, skipping. If you've got double unders and double unders is really something you're bad at, this is the time. Okay? Don't use the whole 25 minutes to practice double unders. Your calves are going to explode. Alright, but maybe get a ring row in there, double unders, and maybe something else, okay? Barbell cycling, maybe that I need to work at. Oh, my muscle up, I realized I don't have ring muscle ups, it's something I want to work at, okay? Accessory work. So establish that in your tests, we're going to establish that in the test, and again, if you send me your test results, you send it to me, and I can have a look at them, and you ask me, AD, can you please have a look here and let me know what you think, what are my weaknesses or whatever. I'll do it for you. But I'm not going to chase you for it. Alright? Really, that's not my job. It's too many of you. If you phone me and say, listen, can you have a look at it? I'm more than happy to help you. Okay? Or come and bring a paper and I'll show you what your weaknesses are. Well, I might just tell you.
But the weaknesses are for us to self-manage, isn't it? So the weaknesses is for ourselves to self-manage, to look at ourselves. And
yes. But while you're busy doing it, I'll obviously walk around on Tuesday
Yeah, no.
and I'll see, are you hitting it correctly? Because what happens with weaknesses is you don't want to do them, number one. Nobody wants to do what they're weak at. And number two is we generally do it badly because we have so many other muscles that want to take over when it comes to really focusing on the weaker areas of our body. Okay, so we'll be walking around and
But theoretically, if you do all 3 comp sessions, you have 3 opportunities to work on 3 different weaknesses.
100%. And again, you've got to manage it. If you want to do, 75 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes of double unders, you're my guest. Okay, but that's not really wise. Understand? So pick your things. Yes.
So there's kind of 3 bits I guess in terms of weaknesses. There's structuring my body doesn't work properly, so I have no glute activation, just doesn't happen. So yeah, one area to work on.
Mm-hmm.
There's kind of actually does your body move effectively, particularly in Olympic movements, and actually have you got good form?
Mm-hmm.
And the third one is skills.
Yeah.
So can't do double unders, can't do pistols. Pistols is a bit of a combination of all of the above.
Progressions, yeah.
So are you for that gonna, what we haven't seemed to kind of had very constructively is, right, here's a 6-week plan to help you actually
Yeah.
get pistols.
Yeah.
It's kind of, this is where you start, this is once you've got this is where you move on to, this is where we move, because I think that, particularly around the skills, and I'm not talking muscle ups, I'm talking about basic kind of, these are the progressions that help you. I can whip myself till the cows come home on double unders, it ain't happening. It's just like, what can I do differently that's going to help me build the right kind of strength, the right technique, so that actually I can progress. And I think pistols is a great example for me, because it's about mobility, it's about body activation, and it's about skill.
Yes. Okay, so a few things on that. This as much as nice as it is, this is not a personal training session.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm not a personal trainer to 30 people. If you want that luxury, you pay for my time. That's number one. Number two is, if it's progressions, I'm going to give you all the progressions. In the session, you say to me, I really struggle with this. Okay, I'm going to say, listen, get your paper, get things ready. We're going to go through 6 progressions really quickly. I'm going to show you those 6 progressions. And I'll show you exactly what it is, but it's for you to remember them and to work through them. And if I come around and see that you're stuck on a progression and you could be pushing through on that one, I'll definitely coach you out of that. Okay? So as much as the progressions progressions are progressions. If you ask me for a progression, I'll give you a progression. Alright? Especially in the classes. We have a lot of time, 25 minutes, a lot of time. Pull me aside, say to me, listen, I need this, I need this, I need this. Let's quickly jump in there for 5-10 minutes and let's give you what you need. Okay? But if you are needing more of my time, that is a different story. Okay? Okay, do you understand? Yeah? Alright. Heavy lifting skills, Olympics, so heavy lifting, skills and Ollie technique. So skills are going to do a lot of skills. Alright? And Suzanne, if you don't get everything that what you're talking about in these months as they go through. So if skills, when we're doing skills, we'll be looking at double unders, and we're looking specifically at double unders. We'll be looking at kipping, we'll be looking specifically at those things, we're looking at strength, and we'll go specifically through every element as much as possible. But it's then for you to kind of take these things on board, write them down, remember them, and then work on them in your weakness times. Okay? So up until January, February, March, we've got heavy lifting, we've got skills, and we've got all this weakness. So for the first 3 months, you're going to be working on those things. Okay? For the first 3 months. But after March, we're going to peter it out. Do you understand? We're going to filter it out. One thing is, you can come and do it in an open gym. You can go and do it at home. You can do it whenever you need to do it. But we're going to need about 3 or 4 months just to work on those things. But after that, we have to move on if you want to achieve the goal of doing well at the open. Yeah? You understand? You with me? Alright. Barbell cycling. The barbell cycling is going to happen. It's going to be heavy, body lifting, and a lot of progressions is going to happen through April, May, and June. The retest of this will happen between May and June. Alright? There'll be a quick retest of this. Again, it'll be 4 weeks, but we'll go through that as best we can. Okay? And then we'll see where we're at, and we'll see if those weaknesses have actually become better, maybe become stronger, or those things not something of the past. Okay? After that, you've got engine work, you've got barbell cycling, technique, CrossFit, And that's going to be the whole of the summer, which is great. We love working out in the summer, and that's when we do the hard work.